Okay, today we have Kael. He's one of the starting champions to the game. Now he's a champion you can take to level 60, as you can use for a far through the game, and you can use to be as a feed champion to level up all your other champions. So what I recommend with Kael, we'll have a look at his stats first. Now his overall rating, he's a pretty good champion. You can probably class him as about a 4-star champion. He's good in lots of areas in the game, especially when starting. You can use him in the arena, you can use him like as a defense, attack and arena, clan bosses. Doom Towers, he's not too bad. Spider areas, the Fire Knight. He's probably especially be in the dragon section. Ice Golem, he's okay. He does pretty good damage in faction wars, and his turn meter's not bad as well. He's an attack type champion. As you can see, he has pretty good stats when he starts off in the artifact sections. We'll just go into that. He set info. I have him in the Divine Life gear. It gives him the extra HP and shield and 3 turns. He has 10 books. Now these books are easy to get because he's only a low level player. So he's a starting hero, so it's easy to get the books. But his priority should be his A3. Now his A3 is one of the skills, but they talk about different levels of skill. This is a Dark Bolt, which is his A1. Attacks one enemy, has an 80% chance of placing a 2.5% poison. Now, with these, it's more of having your areas in the game of your crit rate. You want to try to get to 100%, so you've got more chance of doing your skills. And accuracy. The higher the accuracy, the better chance of the skill working. So let's have a look at this one again. As you can see, these are 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the more books you add, the higher the percentage it has on the buffs and the damage equipped. So you can see here you can do a 100% chance with the buffs once you go through. Extra damage. Now he's disintegrate. He attacks 4 times at random, has a 40% chance of placing 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. You can see here you can put another 5 books on him. Now cooldown -1 means originally it would have been 5 turns. So with the cooldown effect brings it back to 4 turns. The Acid Rain attacks all enemies, has a 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Fill the turn meter of this champion by 25%. Now the turn meter is the yellow bar on the game, above on each hero, on each person, and as that gets full, then that's when they do more power their critical hits. His Aurora increases allies' HP in all battles. So make the Aurora work. You want him as your lead, which then assists all the other players. His masteries as you level him up, you can get higher into the mastery. So I put him in offensive and support. So offensive, required, it gives you extra crit rate. Critical damage, the extra damage, more when you're in your attacking. Single out increases damage inflicted to targets with less than 40% HP by 8%, so you're hitting harder. In damage, increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max XP. Required rank. Increases damage inflicted by 5% for each dead ally, stacks up to 10%. Places a shield buff on this champion for 1 turn, when this champion kills an enemy. The value of the shield is equal to 50% of this champion's max HP. Occurs once per turn. Required rank. Stoked to Fury increases damage inflicted by 4% for each debuff on this champion. Stacks up to 12%. Grim Resolve. Increases damage inflicted by 5% when attacking with 50% HP or less. Increases damage inflicted by 8% for the first hit on each enemy. In the support section, I've got him accuracy at +10. Heals this champion by 10% of their max HP the first time an enemy is killed in each round. Then we've gone with Swarm Smitter. Increases accuracy by 4 for each enemy alive. Stacks up to 16. Decreases the target's turn meter when this champion hits them with the default skill for the first time. Decreases the turn meter by 20% with single target skills and 5% with AoE skills. Occurs once per target. Master Hexer has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff cast by this champion by 1 turn. It will not extend stun, sleep, freeze, provoke, fear, true, fear, or bomb debuffs. Eagle Eye gives the extra accuracy. Now, all these sections there, to get those are through the champions section. Oops, sorry, wrong section. We go into the battle, into the dungeons. Now, in the Minotaur's Labyrinth is where you get the Divine Scrolls. The higher levels you go through, the higher you can get the Divine Scrolls for your champions. Now, those Divine Scrolls are what is used to upgrade the champion. Yeah, that gives the mastery. So as you do those sections back there, it allows you to get the points for the masteries. So I can show you about Kael, as he's a starting champion, but you can use him way through the game. Now the best spot in the game to farm is Brutal Campaign 12-3, once you get high enough, that is. And what you can do then is you start off with just using Kael on his own, and you put in 3 feed champions. As you can see, these feed champions are champions which are just leveling up, and then you can use them to upgrade other champions. So we've got a lot of champions here. We'll go through, we'll find something low we can just use. Okay, we'll just put a couple of these ones in here and you start. Now it doesn't matter if these other champions die, because they're still going to gain XP. Like you would, if you can try to send Kael on his own, well, that means then each one is getting 25% XP on these other champions. Even if they die, it doesn't matter. So even with Kael being just a start off champion, you can use him right through the game. And 12-3 is the best place to attack to get the XP for to feed your feed champions. It gains you the most XP, and the items what you get from there you can sell. Once you get further through the game, you don't require them anymore. You sell them off and they'll give you a good amount of silver. So usually it doesn't take long for Kael to finish the round. As you can see now, each other champion, see they've gained 8,652 level XP each. Now you can do this over and over again to get those champions up. You can, you know, level 1's champions, level 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do this through the game. Go back home. Now, I think with Kael, you really want to actually have him so he has a accuracy, a lot of accuracy on him, speed, defense, HP, crit rate, then crit damage. Because he's more trying to keep him alive so you can increase all your other generals. Artifacts were like for PvE, put him in lifesteal set. There's, as you know, there's different sets in the game. You know, it's lifesteal, that'll give him, gives him extra HP, and that's the idea of keeping him alive as long as possible. Okay, we'll just leave it there for today, so we'll be back next time. Okay, thank you.